this afternoon's press conference with two of our senior offensive linemen, Brandon Shell, Mike Matulis. So questions, please raise your hands. David.
Guys, Sean said that some of the players, met with each other, got some things off their chest. Just what kind of things did you guys talk about?
That was actually a personal thing between us as players, and we're going to try to keep it that way. That way, the confidentiality of us able to get us, what we wanted off our chest.
Brian.
Brent, I know you grew up around this rivalry. What does it mean to you to have played in it and continue to play with it? And how special is this week to you?
It's a very special week to me. Just playing those guys every year at the end of the year, it's always like a very, for schools, like a very, spirit week, and it's also good competition. I'm just ready to go out there and play.
Mike, I know you didn't grow up around here, but, as you've been here, what has this rivalry morphed into for you?
Coming here my freshman year, seeing how crazy people go over this, it's turned into something big for me as well. It's a huge game for us, especially, with them being number one. Coming into our house, it's going to be very important for us to go out there and play as spirited and as hard as we can.
Brandon, what happened on the two-point try last week? Was that designed? Was the throw not good? Just what happened on that play?
It was a design play. It just didn't work out like how we wanted to work out.
Brandon, is it hard to believe this is your last game week at South Carolina?
Yeah, it is. I remember my freshman year just enrolling in South Carolina, and now just to think that it's coming to an end this upcoming Saturday is just wow. It's kind of bittersweet because I'm ready to play, but I'm not ready for it to be over.
And how different are you as a person and a player from the guy who came in here 5 years ago?
I feel like I matured a lot. I grew. I became more football smart and book smart, school smart, whatever you want to call that. And I just matured and grew as a person, I felt like.
Mike, you've been involved with Coach Elliott for all 5 years, for all your whole time here. Is there any feeling among the offensive line that maybe you wish you could have done more or been able to get him more wins or helped him out in this interim gig?
Absolutely. We wish that it wouldn't have ended like this, for him. But we went out there and we gave it our all. And that's the way we kind of looked at it. We didn't go out there and not, half-ass anything. I don't mean to say it like that. But we went out there and gave it our all for him and laid everything on the line.
Brandon, let me follow up that question you just asked. I think Saturday is going to be your 48th career start. Do you think that was possible when you first started here? As a freshman, you finished in the top 5 in the school history in most career starts?
Well, I never really thought of that. I never really thought about it. I just knew. I never thought I was going to do that when I first came in. I just knew I was going to play, and I was just going to go out there and play and do my job and do what I had to do and just get on the field. I never thought it would come up to be that, but yeah.
To the back, Derek.
Mike, as difficult as last week was for you guys to take, what is the mindset of the team going into a game, the final game of the season, knowing that there's no bowl game, but you have a chance to take down the number one team in the country and potentially end a run that they have to potentially make the national championship?
We put last week behind us. And like you said, this isn't, we're not going to a bowl game, but this is our bowl game. That's kind of how we had the mindset this week. And we have to go out there and just play sound football. We got to treat it like every other game. And we have to go out there and play hard and play our techniques and play what we know, and how we know how to play best.
For either of you guys, have you, been trying to fire each other up, talk about shock the world, anything like that, or has it been pretty much business as usual?
It's got to be business as usual. When you start doing all that hoopla stuff, it can sometimes get to your head. And if, you go out there in the first couple plays and stuff doesn't go your way, it can kind of get you. So you got to keep it business as usual and get out there and get ready to play.
To the left, Josh.
For both of you, what was last night like, the Tiger Burn? What was that experience like for you? Had you ever been before?
I mean, to me, it was crazy. Like, I didn't know that much people actually showed up for something like that. Because my first time going since I've been here. And, like, just to see all the school spirit that they have and, like, that they still love us as a team, it was kind of very exciting.
Like he said, that was my first time going. And to see as many people there as we did, it was very kind of uplifting.
And if I can follow up for both of you as well, what sticks out from 4 years as you sort of think back going into this week? What sticks out about your career here, 4 years here?
Everyone that I've been with, sitting next to the man next to me, some of the friends I've made and some of the experiences I've had, I'll never forget them. And, I'd like to go out with a nice W.
Yeah, it's like the same thing going off what Mike said. Just being here with the guys, the fellas, it's just like I wouldn't trade it for nothing. It was a good experience just coming in from freshman year and then just watching each other grow from freshman year all the way to senior year, coming down to our last game. And, like, that's what I really enjoyed about the 4 years here at South Carolina.
Okay, for both of you, what challenge does the Clemson defense present?
They're athletic. They're fast. They're strong. They're coming to play. Every down, every game, they're ready to play, and we have to match their intensity.
Yeah, to me, I think it's probably one of the best defenses that we faced all year. I think they're going to come out and give us all, and we got to give them all too.
You've talked about the excitement and being ready to go against the #1 team, and maybe a little bit of sadness too, because it's the end of your careers. Is it also going to be maybe a sense of relief because this has been such a tough and trying season?
Well, I wouldn't say a sense of relief because, it's just going through the season, like, it really taught everybody a lot about, like, not taking things for granted. And I think that, like, just being here and, like, I know it's going to be bittersweet for me leaving. Like, I don't want to leave, but I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't say it would be a big relief just leaving because, I wouldn't want to just leave the team like that. That kind of answers your question.
Mike, I think it's fair to say that your time here has sort of been up and down. You played as a true freshman, battled some injuries. At some point, did you ever reach a crossroads where you had to decide whether to continue or just to quit football altogether because of all the injuries you battled? And are you glad you made the decision you did to continue to play football?
Actually, there was a point in time where I did. After my second shoulder surgery, I'd thought about giving it up, and Coach Elliott actually did not let me. He wouldn't let me, and I'm so thankful that he didn't. I'm very happy that I continued my football career here, even going through the ACL surgery and everything like that. I'm still happy that I continued to work hard and get to where I am today in playing a full season.
Mike, how do you has this been a difficult experience for Coach Elliott, or do you feel like he sort of embraced what he could out of this?
He had to. He had to embrace what he could. He inherited kind of a program going through a little bit of a struggle at the time, and he had to do what he could, and he had to keep his spirits up and make sure that we didn't get in that rut and that we kept playing hard.
And for both of you guys came here in the midst of 11 win seasons. This program's been to 7 straight bowl games, I think, before this year. Are y'all at all stunned that a season like this could happen, given how far the program had come?
I think so.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, just having so much success over the years that we've been here, and then just coming into this year and it's not as successful as we wanted it to be.
Thank you, players.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.